Alright, welcome back. We just stopped Tommy Hickey from destroying our boy Georgie.
We must now all hang together.
Aw, snap! Declaration
Yes,
of Independence!
we must indeed all hang together. Or most assuredly, we shall all hang separately.
You are once more our savior.
I must speak with the commander.
He's gone to try and hold New York. The British intend to take it. I fear we'll need to recall our men from Quebec as well. It's one thing to declare our independence. Now, my friend, we must make it so.
Yeah! That's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure that very paper still exists too, so I imagine it's like the print is gonna be hard to read and all that, but I mean there's copies of it.
Everything all right?
Sean has located a second power source.
Oh.
I've asked Rebecca to charter a flight for us.
Like we're going hunting again.
Where to?
Brazil.
You there, Rebecca?
Bad reception. Can you hear me?
Well, glad to see that's working. Guess I'll try you back when I'm topside.
Yeah, man, so we're back to doing the modern day missions. Like I said, though, what the hell, my picture's there. Interesting. I never noticed that, even when I first watched that. But yeah. But yeah, these Assassin's Creed missions, man, like in the modern day, they're always something I remembered well. So I personally like them. So honestly, I wouldn't mind if they made like an Assassin's Creed game linear-ish, but move the fuck out of the way, ball fucks. Anyways, but something sort of like Splinter Cell. Like you had the level, but there's multiple ways of attacking it. I wouldn't mind that if they did a side Assassin's Creed game like that. Obviously with the old mechanics, like these mechanics, but the modern day RPG one, they wouldn't work. They would not work with
Copy
a
now.
Splinter Cell like game.
Loud and clear.
They're made for open world.
What's the plan?
According to our intel, the power source is being worn as a bracelet by some tycoon's trophy wife. We're working on pinpointing her location, but she's most likely inside a VIP booth on the stadium's upper level. I'll update you when I know more.
Now to find a ticket.
We don't have time to play nice. Steal someone else's.
Bit of a dick move, don't you think?
Well, I guess you could try and sneak past security instead.
Bilhete, por favor.
They actually have a choice first. Just no, I don't have a choice. Just run through security. Speaking of security,
That doesn't look like normal security.
Because it isn't. Those are Abstergo agents. Cross is probably here too. You need to be careful.
Abstergo agents are basically the modern day Templars. They just changed their names. They don't actually, you know, advertise themselves as Templars. Yes, we go over here.
Your target's definitely in the VIP area. The entrance is at the end of
Você
this
viu
corridor.
este homem? Chame a segurança imediatamente se o vir.
You can track the guards more easily by using
Segurança! Segurança! O que é isso?
close to the crowd and you should be okay. Or look for a way around it.
Where the hell did you
Seriously,
go?
what is the deal with stadiums and piss troughs? It's disgusting. And who thought they were a good idea?
Troughs are time and cost efficient.
I don't even see a stall in here. What if I have to take a dump?
Yeah, please just mute the microphone if you do.
Looks like I'm close. Shit! Another checkpoint.
You're gonna have to find another way around. Security's too tight.
Se não me deixar entrar, vou perder o emprego.
Temos que verificar sua
Watch your back,
identidade.
you're on here.
Como assim? Trabalho aqui há 15 anos e nunca vi nada como isso. Quem vocês pensam que são?
Surgiram abaixar o ponto de voz.
Olha, aconteceu, só isso. A gente não queria que acontecesse. Só aconteceu. Sinto muito.
Sente muito? Ela é minha irmã, cara! Aposto!
Acumulando personal e fatura milhões. Eu quebro as costas trabalhando
Almost
Fuck
there,
that, I
Justin.
just walked back
Just
into
on the
it.
other side of the
What the hell was that guy saying?
Other side?
aqui para ser insultado por brutamonte de terra.
Can you fucking move? You're literally in the doorway. God, don't you hate those people who just try to get through and all that stuff, and they just keep looking around there like they don't know where they are? And randomly seem to follow the yellow wire. Echo got a big ass bottle. Shit, she's good for the night. She's set. Huh. Oh, I'll hurry across.
Hey!
Hurry, Desmond. If he gets away with the artifacts, we're screwed. You can't let that happen.
Alguém chama a segurança! Ei! Deal with them! Shut up! Shut up! He's the one!
I fucked up, Warren. I fucked up.
Huh? Who's she calling Warren? I guess. Oh, treat. Can you get the fuck out of the way? Ow. There we go.
Ali está!
It's time for Kristen Bale.
Better move. Okay, head for the metro. I'll hold the train for you.
Aquele cara
Alguém chama a segurança!
Aquele cara tá maluco!
Alguém chama a segurança!
Ow. We're good. Ow. We're good. Oh shit, he got a gun. Hi sir, how's it going?
We can get back to Connor whenever you're ready, Desmond. Unless you want to plug in the power source first. Up to you.
Alright. But I'd love to get back to our boy Connor. Let's go ahead and plug in the power source first.
So, what's the latest? Learn anything interesting while you were exploring?
They were working on some
the fuck?
weird
Oh,
stuff towards
your
the end. Trying to engineer new bodies and store their minds inside computers.
Failure after failure. It must have been hard for them.
I worry about it too. I mean, they say there's something in here that'll help us, but what is it? Why is it locked up if it's exactly what we need?
I don't know. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe they wanted to make sure only you could reach it.
That's the other question. What makes me so special?
I guess we'll know once we open the door. Hey, I hope it's not uncomfortable for me to ask, but what happened with Lucy?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's fine. I really don't know. I was talking to my dad about it. It's hard to say. I mean, Juno definitely took control, but I think I agreed to it on some level. I think I let her in. No. That's not right. It wasn't her. Not exactly. It was more like a program. Does that sound weird? It showed me things.
What'd you see?
That if I didn't stop Lucy, Abstergo would get the apple, and we'd all be dead.
I still don't understand why she turned on us.
I'm sure she thought she was doing the right thing.
So Lucy's a character from the previous Assassin's Creed game. Like the games when you play as Altair and Ezio. But yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. So, what's up, Daddy-o?
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
Oh shit, hi. See that chick in the distance. That's like kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. See if we can find a way to actually get to her though. See, I think that was the first place we went to, so then we gotta go over there, but I don't actually see a way up there from there. Let's go, we'll go ahead and go over here. I can't remember, oh, okay, I went the right place, yay.
What is a fact? Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might free us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
I'm not gonna lie, Juno, you look pretty creepy. Like, you look like something from fucking Predator.
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves, and know what was to come. First we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Weird. We made it. Oh, no more monologue. This straight to the cubing. I like it. I'll be honest, it's hard to follow what the fuck Juno says.
The temple will tell me today.
Talk to our boy Shawnee and never mind.
I'm telling you, there's something down here.
Don't be daft.
I don't know, maybe they were sleeping or something and we woke them. Some kind of cryogenics? Or hibernation? I mean, how do we know what the hell they were doing down here?
They were working on a bunch of different solutions, but nothing worked. Just went from one to the next, and then... I don't know. They must have left at some point. After the end.
I wonder what the world would be like if they'd succeeded.
I'm more concerned about what it'll be like if we don't.
Salvation. They found a way. Too late for them, but not for you. Sealed to protect it. Though now it bars your way. Find the key. The past will tell.
So, what the Templars are looking for beyond this wall is basically something that can just destroy the world. You know, like this game, like this time period, it takes place in 2012. 2012 is when the asset said, "Oh, shit's gonna happen, man. It's gonna suck too." And when the world gets destroyed, those who remaining, those who survived, will carry on humanity's, you know, humanity's civilization or whatever. So if the Templars are the ones who survive, they'll obviously, like, their power, they're wanting for power and control will succeed, because then I guess the assassins will be wiped out and there'll be no one to stop them. And yeah, and they'll be, I guess, the first human in new recorded history in the new world. So, and we gotta stop them, because that would suck, because people then will never live free.
Oh, unbelievable.
What's up?
Your politicians are constantly referencing the Founding Fathers and insisting they must have been in support of one thing or another. I have never seen such a blatant disregard for history.
That's just typical political propaganda.
Right.
It's also dishonest and delusional. How can anyone claim to know what these people wanted based off scraps of paper and wishful thinking?
They're looking for intent. What these men envision for our country and its future.
Idealistic and unlikely. I don't think most of your presidents and senators and judges care what the founders thought. They just want to know how they can bend old words to achieve modern goals. Who cares if they were deists or theists or wanted a central bank? Why do people need the validation? What should matter is what you, as an individual, believe, and why you believe it. What, are we so insecure that we have to find 18th century letters to validate our beliefs? Oh, look, Mum, a dead man agreed with me. Maybe. If you transpose the letters in his shopping list, you can plainly see he was on my side.
Jesus, Sean. It's a cynical way to look at it.
Doesn't make it less true.
Well, even though I probably would word it a little differently from what you said, Sean, I think you speak for the rest of us. So. Alrighty, let's go back to our Connor boy.
Oh, look at that. I found a third power source.
Already?
Already?
It popped up in an earlier search, but I've only just managed to confirm it.
Where?
There's a museum in Cairo with one on display.
I guess Connor will have to wait.
No, you stay. We need to find that key, and time is running out. I'll make the trip.
What about Cross?
Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back soon.
Ready when you are, Desmond.
Well, fair enough. Famous last words.
Winter approaches. The air is still and sharp with grim expectation. The others sense it too and go about their work with uncommon urgency. I would like to help them, but more pressing matters now demand my attention. The Templars have targeted George Washington directly, and will not rest until he is dead. I had hoped to shield him from this knowledge, but Thomas Hickey ended any hope I had of staying silent. And so I have resolved to share everything I know of the Templars and their plots, of who I really am. Achilles finds fault in this, and we argue every day, but there is simply too much now at stake to maintain restraint.
Don't do this, Connor!
Then what would you propose we do? Sit and watch while the Templars take control? We are sworn to stop them, or have you forgotten?
Assassins are meant to be quiet, precise. We do not go announcing conspiracies from the rooftops to all who pass by.
Who are you to lecture anyone? You locked yourself away in this crumbling heap and gave up on the Brotherhood entirely. Since the day I arrived, you've done nothing but discourage me. And on the rare occasions you've chosen to help, you've done so little, you may as well have done nothing at all.
How dare you!
Then tell me, on whose watch did the Brotherhood falter? Whose inaction allowed the Templar Order to grow so large that it now controls an entire nation?
If I sought to dissuade you, it was because you knew nothing. If I was reluctant to contribute, it was because you were naive. 1,000 times you would have died and taken God knows how many with you. Let me tell you something, Connor. Life is not a fairy tale, and there are no happy endings.
No. Not when men like you are left in charge.
In your haste to save the world, boy, take care you don't destroy it. Ha!
Hey, you would know about that one, you Achilles. Thomas Paine. Sounds familiar. So, in Assassin's Creed Rogue, when you play as the assassin, you basically turned on Achilles and became a Templar. Wait, are we at the homestead? It's just, oh no, it's not. There's another homestead mission here. We'll go ahead and do that one. Anyways, the reason why Shay, the assassin you play as, turns as a Templar is because he goes to, oh god, what's that fucking, I can't remember what that city is called. That game, the story admittedly wasn't all that, but the game is alright. Basically, when he picked up something that the assassins told him to get from like some kind of underground thing in a cathedral in that particular city, it basically caused a massive earthquake, causing hundreds of thousands, I assume, to die. And the assassins knew, and that Shay was gonna be responsible for it. And it's not like they were plotting, you know. It's not like they were actually gonna make Shay like kill a lot of people and then just get away with it. But Shay saw that, you know, it's wrong to control life like that. Shay joins the Templars, so he could just. Mainly, Shay's goal was to stop the assassins instead of take control. But I guess through time, Shay ended up. Hey man, these guys are pretty cool. I'm just gonna follow their philosophies. And he's also the cause of Assassin's Creed Unity, which we'll go into in a later time.
What happened?
Because I did like
They
Unity.
demanded we give our
Big
entire
game.
yield to the
Big
crown.
game.
Warren refused. They killed our animals, salted our earth, then dragged us out. You saw what followed. I'm afraid we have nothing to give you in thanks, stranger. We have nothing left.
Perhaps there is something you could do instead.
Anything.
I live in a small community not far from here. The soil is rich. The people I live with would have need of fresh vegetables, wheat, or corn. If you were to rebuild your farm, you may prosper.
What kindness is this? You'll certainly come see. Thank you.
I'd be wary though. I mean, I know you guys are farmers and all that stuff, but it might take. But just focus on building a house and then start the farming when, you know, the snow dies down. So I'm pretty sure they already know that though. Part of the farmer's Bible to know. Plus, I mean, it really doesn't take a farmer to understand that for some reason I'm being attacked. Plus, it doesn't really take a farmer to understand why, you know, shit doesn't grow in the woods when there's snow everywhere. Right. Honestly, I love these snow settings. It's just so cool. Snow is so cool. Not Yellow Snow though. Yellow Snow is not really cool. Kids, you know this. Shit, I might well just make this an educational channel at this point. Kids, if you see Yellow Snow, look the other way. Trust me. It is not. It does not have flavor. Wait, now it just sounds like I drink Yellow Snow. I'm gonna shut up now. How fucking far is this thing? It's not that far. Yeah, shut up. Oh, come on, just go down the hill. It's not even that high. You, Yeah. Maybe we'll do Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed Unity actually takes part during the French Revolution, so obviously years after 3. So maybe maybe on a French Revolution Day, if they, I'm pretty sure that French has a Revolution Day. Maybe it's Independence Day for them. Maybe we'll do it on there. That'll be pretty sweet actually. Hopefully it hasn't already happened. Then we'll have to wait a whole year. But well. Oh well. Sup, homeboy?
Commander.
Connor.
Any word on Lee?
Not yet. My apologies. I've been distracted. Supply caravans meant for the camp have gone missing. I suspect treachery. A traitor named Benjamin Church, recently released from prison, has vanished as well. The two events are surely related.
What was his crime?
He was caught sending letters to the Loyalists, detailing our troop strength. He claimed it was a scare tactic, that we might avoid war. A poor lie.
I will find Church for you.
Why? What reason have you to help?
Does it matter?
As you wish. We've received reports of trouble along the southern road. Might be he's responsible. I suggest you begin your search there.
Ah, Connor. What do you think of my work thus far?
The men are bolstered, focused. It is good you have come.
You are too kind. Lord knows my journey was far from certain. The trials we suffered getting here were strange and many. I dressed as a woman, Connor, to evade British spies. Did you know that?
I did not.
Wow.
As a woman, you say?
It is the truth. King George had already stopped our crossing once in Bordeaux, threatening to seize my newly purchased ship, La Victoire, and arrest me. But I was born stubborn, and such a warning could not dissuade me. So we rode for Spain and bought passage aboard the ship there. George's spies had followed us every step of the way. Disguise was the only remaining option, mon Dieu.
No man can doubt your commitment, and you are invaluable to the cause. You did what you needed to do. I am certain I would have done the same.
But of course you would. I expect nothing less.
Damn. And that guy was definitely a Frenchman. So yeah, it's like at this point in the war, like you know, for anyone who wants to learn a bit of American Revolution history, that the French actually did help us out back in those days, because it was still pretty salty with the 7 Years' War that went on years before the Revolutionary War took place between the British and the French. And the French was like, hey man, these guys are pretty cool, let's go help them out. And so they swam on over, helped us out, beat them. And in return, they wanted us, you know, we became really good allies with them. And then when the French Revolution actually happened, like they expected us, the Americans, to get involved, but the Americans actually didn't want to get involved because one of George's thing before he died, he wanted to say was he didn't want to see Like, he wants to see the country to come together. He doesn't want to see a split country, which, you know, ended up happening anyways, you know, with Republicans and Democrats. And then afterwards, he said something about oh, there's the British troops. And then afterwards, he doesn't want to get involved with anyone else's affairs, you know, including the French Revolution, which is definitely not what's happening, because America likes getting into wars all the time, you know, with Nam and shit like that. So yeah, shit happens, you know. Aw, snap. Who's that? Daddy!
Father. Connor, any last words? Wait. A poor choice.
Come to check up on Church? Make sure he'd stolen enough for your British brothers?
Benjamin Church is no brother of mine. No more than the Redcoats or their idiot king. Oh, I expected naivete, but this... The Templars do not fight for the crown. We seek the same as you, boy. Freedom, justice, independence.
But,
But what?
Johnson, Pitcairn, Hickey, they sought to steal land, to sack towns, to murder George Washington.
Johnson sought to own the land, that we might keep it safe. Pitcairn aimed to encourage diplomacy, which you cocked up thoroughly enough to start a goddamn war. And Hickey? George Washington is a wretched leader. He's lost nearly every battle in which he's taken part. The man's racked with uncertainty and insecurity. Only look at Valley Forge to know my words are true. We're all better off without him. Look, much as I'd love to spar with you, Benjamin Church's mouth is as big as his ego. You clearly want the supplies he's stolen. I want him punished. Our interests are aligned.
And what do you propose?
A truce. Perhaps some time together might do us good. You are my son, after all, and might still be saved from your ignorance. I can kill you now, if you prefer. Excellent. Shall we be off?
Do you even know where Benjamin Church has gone?
I'm afraid not. I'd hoped to ambush him when he or one of his men returned here. It seems I'm too late. They've come and cleared the place out.
I may be able to track him.
Nice. Now we're working with Haytham. See, man, the story's so good. Cause you'll be like, what? Is you working with Target? Your father? Hell yeah, boy.
There was a wagon here, slowly weighed down as they loaded the supplies.
So Haytham just explained what him and his boys wanted to do. So I guess they wanted the same thing too, but I don't know, man. I don't trust. Usually when there's the whole group of people involved, they all fight for the same reasons, and yeah.
Snow has obscured the tracks, but enough remains that we can still follow.
Hope your cardio still is good, old man.
Just my luck. Going to freeze to death if I don't get this fixed.
Are you Ben Church's man?
Well played.
Wow, the game gave me 30 seconds to catch this guy? Really?
It was not wise to run.
What do you want?
Where is Benjamin Church?
I don't know. We was riding for a camp just north of here. Is where we'd normally unload the cargo. Maybe you'll find him there.
Enough of that.
Well,
You did not have to kill him.
Let's not waste time with all this pointless banter. Go catch up with the rest of Church's men. Infiltrate that camp of theirs and see what you can discover.
And what about you?
Never you mind. Just do as I ask.
He still determines Leatherhaven. Still probably the best villain in the entire series.
Gunpowder in those crates. We'll get extra for that. Real bad for the Yanks, shivering and starving out there. It's a hard way to go. All they need to do is raise the white flag. They should have done that a long time ago. All this fight serves no purpose. The Crown's sure to win in the end. To waste all those lives chasing the fool note. Breaks my heart.
Literally nowhere for me to go right now.
Manifest. All right, looks to be in order. Go and see the foreman. There's another run planned for tonight. I'll go bring the wagon and meet up with you later. Oi, where's the foreman?
Center camp, near the tree. Can't miss it.
Thank you kindly.
You won't be thanking me when you hear what he's got planned.
About time you showed up. Listen here. Boss wants us to try something new tonight. A raid. No more convoys. We're to steal from the Yank camp itself. Valley Forge? That's right. You sure about this? It's not my business to be sure or not sure. I just do as Church asks. If you're so concerned, take it up with him. Is he here? Of course not. Hiding in New York, the last I heard. Trying to keep a low profile. What, on account of him not wanting to go back to jail and all? All right, I'm in.
Look what we found.
He was creeping around the camp all suspicious-like.
Must be a Yank spy.
Nah, he's something else. Something special. Isn't that right, Haytham? Church told me all about you.
Then you should know better than this.
You're not really in a position to be making threats, are ya?
Not yet.
Once you've dealt with these louts, meet me in New York.
Wait, what?
You must just leave now? If you can't handle a couple of mercenaries, then we've really no business working together.
Unbelievable.
Alright. Just leaves. Alright, big boy. wow, that guy. It's really weird. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this an episode. So, yeah. I guess next we'll be taking care of Mr. Benji Church boy with Daddy. So, we'll. Alright, later.